Hi, hello, and welcome to Crapville. So, if you've been sat around worrying that the British government doesn't have enough of its own citizens to screw over, well, I've got good news for you. British government has got you covered. Because turns out they've been funding the digital ID in other countries too. Isn't that fun? Don't you feel just so warm and fuzzy inside? I bet you don't. So, Britain spent millions funding foreign digital ID schemes before announcing the plans for the UK scheme. And turns out this has been going on since 2021, so we can't just blame Starmer for it. So if any Conservative MPs have been turning around saying, oh, well, we're really not for the digital ID, what they really mean is we're not for it in Britain, we're fine for it in other countries. So yeah, the Foreign Office used tax cash to fund the controversial schemes in two countries over multiple years. Lewis Brackpool of Rupert Lowe's Restore Britain as Director of Investigations told Bev Turner on GB News The Late Show Live. That's a really horrible sentence, but let's go on. Mr. Brackpool revealed the group had obtained documents from the Foreign Office regarding the funding. He said the document confirms that the UK government is funding and designing governance and digital ID infrastructure overseas for foreign nations, not just for Britain. Ooh, lucky them. These programs are run through the United Nations Development Programme, of course it's the United Nations, and are funded by the UK's Good Governance Fund. Yeah, good governance and the UK not really go hand in hand at the moment. According to the FCDO's website, the GGF works primarily in Eastern Europe and the Western Balkans, and supports states to become more resilient to external and internal shocks, both political and economic, and hence support growth, stability and poverty reduction. Anyone who's read the news over the past few days with Rachel Reeves and everyone else complaining about how much they've got to worry about funding because everything's crap, it doesn't seem they can run our own country, let alone help others. Mr. Brackpool confirmed the UK funding has totalled $3.8 million between 2021 and 2025 and focused on two countries, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Georgia. Isn't that three? Bosnia and Herzegovina, I'm sorry, I can't say it, launched the scheme earlier this year under which citizens are able to access their ID card, driver's license and passport in a digital identity app. Fun. Bosnians can also check for traffic fines, penalties and other administrative procedures such as requests submitted to public institutions. Oh, that's wonderful. They've got an easier way to pay fines to their government. Oh, congratulations. It is understood that the Bosnian government is aiming to attract over 500,000 users within the first year, which would equate to more than 17% of its 2.9 million strong population. I've got some good advice for them. Right? And it means that they won't have to make it mandatory. All they've got to do is say, if you're going to work, you need to have this digital ID. See, that doesn't make it mandatory. Promise. Mr. Brackpool said the funding for this scheme from the UK government is around 2.7 million and includes the creation of national e-service portals and frameworks, as well as the development of digital IDs and e-payment networks. Yes, but our digital ID will have none of that. It won't be payments and stuff like that. Starmer promised. Well, he hasn't promised, but he hasn't said it yet. Same thing. It also includes a formal memorandum of understanding between the British Embassy and the United Nations. Yeah, that's what we need more of. As well as a public service design toolkit based on the UK government digital service method. Hold on. I apologise. I've still got a cold. He told Bev, effectively the UK's own digital government model is being exported and embedded inside another country's citizen data system. Oh no, you poor people. Is that the same model that was designed in Romania on unsecured workstations and still even now doesn't fulfill the security mandatory stuff from our government? That is the worst way I could have put that one, but hopefully you understand. I hope not, because if so, I apologise wholeheartedly. Meanwhile, in Georgia, a programme called the Public Administration Reform received around 1 million of British taxpayers' money. Mr. Brackpool said the scheme focuses on area including trust services alignment. No, sorry, it's just ironic. Our government trying to help other countries with trust services. It is kind of funny. Mobile ID feasibility studies and cybersecurity for citizen data systems. See earlier comment for cybersecurity. In September, Sir Keir Starmer announced plans to roll out a mandatory digital ID system across the UK. But the scheme has been lobbied for by Sir Tony Blair since the early 2000s. I need to put up a little meme that I saw online yesterday up here. Jinkies. Mr. Brackpool said none of us were ever asked for this. This has been a project that's been pushed along for a long time. The Tony Blair Institute has been really pushing after the mid-2000s, when Tony Blair's push for his national ID card didn't go through in the House of Parliament. It's almost like vengeance now. Since Sir Keir's announcement, oh goodness, I need to go to bed. An online petition against digital IDs has gained nearly 3 million signatures. Yeah, people have stopped signing because what's the point? The government's already responded saying, well, we don't care, we're still doing it. A government spokesman said, we will introduce a digital ID within this parliament to help tackle illegal migration, make accessing government services easier and enable wider efficiencies. We will consult on details soon. Yeah, not good, is it? Tony Blair Institute. That's a fun time, isn't it? I'd love to make a video on all that, but I can't prove a lot of my suspicions 100%, so I can't do it yet. Just don't trust them. They're all bad people. None of them are good people. None of them have your best interest at heart. They really, really don't. Right? Blair's just slippery, and so Starmer. Slippery. I'm going to leave this video here. I'm trying to work on other videos too, including a 25 lies that Starmer managed to tell Parliament in 30 minutes, which it's an article covered by someone else, but I really got behind making a wonderful image of Starmer as Pinocchio. So, yeah. I'll be honest, I just want to do the article for that. I'm very, very sad. Okay, I'm going to leave it to you. Oh, very quickly. Now, another video I've been working on is also, it's just taking a while. What happened is in China, about 100,000 documents were leaked. And what those documents are about is a commercialized version of the Chinese firewall. Now, that has been sold to a lot of authoritarian governments. And it's also been doing surveillance, all sorts of things. So it's not just ruining the lives of the citizens and preventing them from doing fun things online, but also watching what they are doing. And the really funny thing is that the UK government has been funding it. Now, they're claiming it's not a surveillance tool. That's weird because Frontier, which is that commercialized product, says otherwise. And so do the documents. But don't worry, we'll make money in our stocks that we've got in the company. It's not really bad, especially seeing as we put up sanctions against against one of those countries involved. It's really bad. All I can do is apologise to the world, and say I'm really sorry that our government is so crap. The problem is, people, is that they're not very good at governing us, so they feel like they must get involved with everybody else as well. It makes them feel better. Smugger. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. I love you all very much. Please take care, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Chickies. I love saying that.